Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are set to make their return to the court in less than 2 weeks following the WNBA's hiatus for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Has Caitlin Clark been able to rest during the Olympic break? After a recent practice session, Clark spoke to the media about her anticipation for the remainder of the season. Clark acknowledged that the break has been beneficial for her, allowing her to recover from the physical demands of the season. "I'm just going to try to come back and compete and hopefully have a little more legs under me," Clark said, "or have a little more rest under me. I feel like I'm ready to get back out there and get playing, but that's probably because that's really all I've known over the course of the last years."
Horston gets a decent look. Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore. And a baseball pass down court and with passing. Look at this.
This is a pass that not very many players can make from behind the free throw line on the money. Already at 10. Look at it tie last year's winning record.
Clark from way downtown and knocks it down. Caitlin Clark.
13 assists for Clark. Boston has 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists herself. Clark, a bomb is good. A logo 3. And then here's Clark pedaling it forward. Clark dipping in, finds Boston beautifully for the finish.
Indiana Fever having to take the ball out of the net a lot more here in this third than we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace.
Clark outside, and that's good.
But this is the intensity on defense that has started this run for Atlanta. The help side's got to be there.
How about the finish at the other end for Clark?
Washington has.
Not hit a 3 in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a 3.
Indiana, at least in the fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires, hits, 4-3. From all over the floor. Clark penetrating. With 5 points.
That's a good job.
Ninguém pro rebote, Caitlin Clark, dá um tapinha, acelera. Vem o Fever, consegue o passe com a Boston. Que assistência da Clark com a linha Boston. Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a 3. Can't hit on 3. She's got 9, 8, and 5 right now, Clark. With the step back deep 2, money.
That takes care of one category.
She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a 3.
You can still establish yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night.
Around women's basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue, Clark connects on another bomb. To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor, Wallace. The finish plus the foul. On a beautiful delivery from Clark.
The rookie sensation has been a prominent figure in women's basketball, having been a standout player during her tenure with the Iowa Hawkeyes from 2020 to 2024. Clark entered the WNBA as the top pick in the 2024 draft, facing considerable expectations as a generational talent. Despite the pressure, Clark has delivered an impressive performance in her debut season, averaging 17.1 points and 8.2 assists per game, leading the Fever in both categories. She joined Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese as the only rookie selected for the Team WNBA All-Star Game roster.
I mean, I like everything about it. I feel like it honestly is like, it's like a big city, but at the same time it feels small to me. Like, it feels like kind of where I'm from. Like, I love the Midwest feel of it. But also, like, everybody's very passionate about sports here, especially basketball. Like, I feel like it's just a really good place for me to be at, and the way they've supported. Obviously, we've sold out every single game, so it's easy for me to get around. I love it. I'm trying to find new restaurants to try as much as I can, find my favorites. Been able to do that a little bit more since I've had a little bit of a break. But yeah, I mean, it's just a good place. It's a very supporting place, and for me, like, I'm just very lucky to be here.
Caitlin Clark aiming to grab Rookie of the Year award. As Clark expressed her readiness to return to competition, she also hinted at the ongoing Rookie of the Year debate with Reese. Reese is currently averaging 13.5 points and 11.9 rebounds, serving as a key player for the Sky. The Fever's current focus is to be able to reach the playoffs. The Fever have not made the playoffs since 2016, when former MVP and 10-time All-Star Tamika Catchings was still on the roster. Over the past 7 seasons, the team has only twice reached double-digit victories, with a maximum of 13 wins in any season. Currently, with 26 games down and 14 to go in 2024, the Fever sit at 11-15, placing them in 7th place with 8 teams making the postseason. They are in a virtual tie with the Chicago Sky 10-14 for 8th, but hold a slight edge in percentage points. They also maintain a 3-game lead over the 9th place Atlanta Dream 7-17. As the WNBA season resumes, the Fever aim to tighten their defense and make a strong push for the playoffs, with Clark leading the charge. Clark will get the chance to gauge her post-break performance on August 16th at 7:30 p.m. ET, when the Fever take on the Phoenix Mercury.